Hey everybody, Brandon Boyd with the Brandon Boyd Show. Man, it is great to be back. If you followed my channel, you know that I've been traveling like crazy the last 2 or 3 weeks actually, and have ran across several delays in my travel. Surprising, I'm not the only one out there that's going through that. I know a lot of you are dealing with that right now as well, but I just got back from my trip from Ventana, Big Sur, and trust me, there will be a review of that property coming up very soon. I spent my 14th wedding anniversary out there with my wife, so we took a little bit of time off just to relax and kind of recharge and get ready to put out some more great content for you. So I'm really excited about that. As most of you know, we just got out of Yellowstone as well not that long ago, and we got out just before all the flooding happened, so we'll be doing a review on our trip there as well. Long story short, we got a lot of stuff to put out, and I'm also leaving this weekend to go on a free Disney cruise, and you can see that video down in the description below of how we won that. But I'll be going on the Disney Wish and doing a review of that new cruise ship and what all it has to offer. As you probably noticed on the channel, I did not get out a weekly Pointers news update last week, but that's just because of all my travels. But I think that's why you watch this channel as well, because we actually live the life that we're talking about with points and miles, credit cards, travel, money, finance, and everything in between. And my goal with the weekly Pointers news update is to catch you up on all the news you may have missed over the last week. So I want to do that today. We've got a lot of fun stories to cover. Before we get into that though, give me a big thumbs up on this video if you do find it helpful or mildly entertaining, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notifications for alerts. One quick note before we get started, I do want to remind you, if you are interested in any of the cards mentioned today, or any credit card for that matter, check the description below for my referral link. That will help support the channel and keep us going. We really appreciate all of you that have done that so far. The support has been absolutely amazing, but it's a very easy to navigate site. It will have all the up-to-date offers on it, and if you're interested in a card, make sure you use that link. Lots of stories coming up. You can see the topics on one side of the screen, a timer down below, and you can jump ahead or jump back using the timestamps down in the description. With all that said, it is time to get going. Let's go. First story, this is really important. We just started a new quarter, and that means you need to activate the bonus categories for your Chase Freedom and Freedom Flex. For those that aren't familiar with those two cards, let me give a quick refresher. With both of these cards, you can earn 5 times points on select quarterly categories as dictated by Chase. So these are going to change every single quarter, and you can actually go back and look at the previous year's categories in the calendar on the Chase website, which is really convenient. But this quarter's categories are gas stations, car rentals, movie theaters, and select live entertainment. And I know there were a lot of questions about what exactly is select live entertainment, because when the announcement was made, there wasn't a huge long list of that, but I'll run through that real quick. This is actually very generous. So select live entertainment covers everything from amusement parks like Disneyland, Disney World, SeaWorld, Universal Studios, to aquariums, carnivals, circuses, concerts, museums, theatrical productions, zoos, major sporting events, and much, much more. I think this is great. It's not all-encompassing. It doesn't cover everything, but it covers a lot of stuff. When they say select live entertainment, initially my thought was, okay, it's going to be 3 or 4 different categories, and that's just not the case. They're giving you the option to use this in a lot of different ways, and keep in mind, you can use that 5 times points up to $1,500 in spend in these categories. If you have a sign-up offer with the bonus in gas with the Chase Freedom Flex right now, then you don't only earn 5 times points on gas, you'll actually earn 9 times points on your gas. And with gas prices being what they are right now, it may not be that hard to get up to the $1,500 in spend in a given quarter. And the way the 9 times works is every spend that you do on the Freedom Flex, you get 1 base point. The reason you're able to get up to 5 times points is because you add an additional 4 times points on your sign-up bonus for gas, for example. However, in this particular case, since gas is also a bonus category with the quarterly categories, you've already got 5, you'll add an additional 4 onto that same base point that you had before, and that'll give you 9 times points on gas. So a little bonus there, a little bit of a relief for some people. Actually, not really, you're still paying for the gas, but at least you get more bonus points for doing so. So let me know what you think about these categories and how you plan on taking advantage of it with your Freedom or Freedom Flex card. Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant came out with some news that really ruffled a lot of feathers, and this one came out maybe a little over a week ago, but I wanted to cover just so I can get your input on this because I think it's really interesting. So if you're aware, the Bonvoy Brilliant card offers a $300 Marriott credit. You can use that $300 at Marriott properties. However, as of September 22nd, 2022, that $300 is going to go away, and instead you'll get $25 monthly credit that can be used for dining. There's been a lot of debate about this because the $25 monthly credit is something that you do have to keep up with every single month. Now, who's going to complain about $25 worth of free food? Certainly, probably not a lot of people, but the point is it's one more thing that you have to keep in mind. And with other cards continuing to do the same thing where they're offering monthly credits, it's just one more thing to think about as opposed to the $300 credit that you had with Marriott before. So I'm interested to hear what you have to say because I just feel like this is going to keep coming down the line with other cards. We're going to have to keep up with all of these monthly credits, and of course their hope is probably that you're going to forget about these credits one month and they're not going to have to issue those $25 credits. But it's really frustrating because it just seems like it's adding up. It's almost like the subscription services or the streaming services. It was really cool when there were only like 2 or 3 of them, but now everything's on a subscription service and your streaming bill probably costs more than what your cable bill did before. So it's really frustrating. I'm curious to hear what you have to say. That's just my opinion, you know. It's frustrating for me, but I want to hear what you think about this down in the comments. This is going to hit home for a lot of people. This story really struck me because, as you know, gas prices are going through the roof. In fact, when we were in California, there was a place we stopped where it was over $8 a gallon. A little bit frustrating, to say the least. And to take into account for these rising gas prices, gas stations are now putting larger holds on debit card users. If you have a debit card right now, you're familiar, gas stations will put a hold on your card, and then once you fill up, they'll refund that hold and just charge you whatever you paid in gas for that particular transaction. And that could be up to $100. However, there are gas stations right now that are increasing the hold on your debit card up to $175. And the reason I bring this up is because it's a big jump that wasn't really made as a big announcement. It's just starting to happen because we're hearing all kinds of reports of this happening. Let me know down in the comments if these holds have impacted you. Have you noticed them on your accounts? And it's particularly interesting to see if this is happening to anybody outside the Visa or the MasterCard network because that's where we've seen it the most right now. But let me know your experience down in the comments. Delta Airlines reportedly offered $10,000 for passengers to voluntarily change their flights. That's right, a recent flight on June 27th that was going from Grand Rapids, Michigan to Minneapolis-St. Paul was oversold. This was a Delta flight, and I know we've experienced a lot of chaos with the airline industry recently, so this isn't a huge surprise. Reports are coming in that passengers weren't really running to get these either, which is really interesting. If you give me $10K on a Visa gift card, I'm probably gonna take that and change my flight unless it's an emergency situation or something like that. Eventually, the passengers did take the cards and the flight was able to make it, although they were delayed a little bit in their arrival. So let me know what you think. What's the most amount of money that you've ever been offered in terms of a flight credit, a gift card, or anything else? And what is your breaking point? How much would somebody have to offer you to change your flight? And would you have done what these people did in Grand Rapids, Michigan and take the $10,000 Visa gift card? Let me know down in the comments. And this is more of an opinion piece as well, but I'm curious to hear what you have to say. It looks like we have a new way of getting to your window seat. A passenger on a recent flight here is shown actually climbing over top of the other passengers on the flight in a very creative way in order to get into their seat. It is important to note that while they are climbing over the passengers, at least they took their shoes off. But somebody did video this, and I'm curious to hear what you think about this. Number one, would you be able to do what this person did? Number two, what would you think about this if you were one of the passengers they were climbing over? Would you be okay with this, or would you say, you know what, hold on, let me stand up, let me go to the back of the plane. I'm really uncomfortable with you just crawling over me or flying over me in this case. I don't know what you would call it. But long story short, they're getting to their seat in a very creative way. What's the most creative way you've ever gotten to your seat, and what would you think if you were the passengers on this flight? Let me know down in the comments below. If you're familiar with the Weekly Pointers news update, you know I like to end the show on a good food deal, and this week is no exception. July the 6th is National Fried Chicken Day. It's a very big day for me. I'm in Kentucky, right? Kentucky Fried Chicken, it's kind of a big deal. I'm gonna leave a link to an article down in the description below that lists all the food deals available for July 6th, National Fried Chicken Day. It's a big day. Go take a look at the list and see what restaurants are nearest you that are offering something that you want. But any day that we can celebrate fried chicken, I'm a happy camper. It's a good day for me. And let me know what your favorite place is to get fried chicken, because it seems like everybody's got a fried chicken sandwich and just all kinds of variants of fried chicken. But let me know your favorite place down in the comments. Well, that was a fun show. I hope you all enjoyed your 4th of July holiday. I certainly enjoyed myself. I've been traveling a lot recently, but it's been a lot of fun. I'm seeing some areas of the country that I've always wanted to see, and I've still got a lot more stuff to do this year, and I can't wait to share all that with you. If you have any tips, tricks, or advice on any of the stories that I mentioned today, make sure you leave all that down in the comments. You guys do a great job with that. But the reason I want to do that is because we have a lot of new people watching this channel that are into points and miles, travel, money, finance, all those things. And the more conversations we have in the comments and interact with each other, I think it helps everybody out. So I really appreciate all your support so far. And as a reminder, if you are interested in any of the cards that I mentioned in today's episode, check the link down in the description below and use that referral link to continue supporting the show. I really appreciate all of your efforts so far. If you found this video helpful or mildly entertaining, don't forget to be awesome. Give me a big thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notifications for alerts, and when you click on the Brandon Boyd Show, click, 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 you're going to get the latest information on credit cards, points and miles, travel, money, finance, fried chicken deals, and everything in between, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. We'll see you soon.